Why is Warren Buffett selling BYD stock? He just did it again. Possibly to buy Tesla stock, perhaps? We'll go through one new reason why he's probably doing that. Warren Buffett has been selling BYD this year constantly, non-stop. You can see that was July. This is now August and September 5th, and now November 4th, and then November 11th. And then just now, 22nd of November, just now. Why is this happening? Well, Elon Musk believes that a recession is inevitable, and this year is not looking good. Around 90% of CEOs believe a recession is coming. Half of them are already planning layoffs. There's one extremely good reason to buy Tesla stock if you believe that a recession is coming. You see, a recession for Tesla specifically is actually really good, like fantastic long term. And Warren Buffett, when he buys a stock, he likes to keep it for a long time. He's not a trader. Warren Buffett is not a chicken, so he won't chicken out easily out of a position. If BYD reaches 280,000 deliveries per month in December, which is what they are aiming, that is probably going to be maybe 130,000 battery electric vehicles, which would be around 1.5-ish million annual run rate. And Tesla is targeting about 2 million annual run rate. And this, at first, does not look really good for Tesla, right? Competition. Especially when you read right here, in August, BYD had 82,000 battery electric vehicles delivered, which was nearly triple the 30,000 units in the same month in 2021. That's triple year over year, not just 50% year over year. And BYD is targeting about 4 million combined battery electric vehicles as well as hybrids to be delivered in 2023, which would perhaps be 2 million battery electric vehicles in 2023, which is roughly where Tesla is also aiming at as well. However, this is where things get really interesting. On a per vehicle basis, Tesla made $9,761 in profit, over 8 times more than BYD, which notched $1,190 in profit per car sold. However, this number includes hybrids that BYD is making. What is the number that BYD makes per battery electric vehicle? It's not going to be as high as a hybrid. So if BYD is making just a little bit over $1,000 in profit per vehicle when the times are good, relatively good, imagine what happens when BYD has to lower prices and then BYD stops making profits. I mean, Tesla can easily lower its prices by $1,190, no problem. Tesla can lower the prices by $9,000 per vehicle on average and still not lose money. For BYD, there's not that much room left to lower the prices to keep the cars profitable. This is, of course, assuming that BYD even makes a profit from battery electric vehicles. And it's difficult to have incredible scale and lose money at the same time, which is why a recession would actually be really good for Tesla. Because do you really think that BYD would still grow at these very ambitious projected numbers that they have for themselves if there is a recession and people do not want to buy their cars because Teslas are just simply not only cheaper, but also better quality? So when I say cheaper, I mean generally when considered the value of Tesla vehicles. And here's another problem. These are all of the vehicles sold, and right here on the right side, you see the number of complaints per 10,000 units sold. As you can see quite a few BYD cars at the very top here. And where do you find Tesla? So right here is like 38, 37. Tesla vehicles are at the bottom. Model Y is only 2.2 complaints per every 10,000 vehicles sold. And also, speaking from experience, when we got our Mercedes a long time ago, a new car, and there's one thing and it's like, okay, it's too small of a thing to take it to the dealer. I'll deal with this light blinking in a weird way, or this light not working, or this seat setting not working correctly how it should be. Many weird things like that. You just don't bother taking the car into the dealer. So how many more things are not reported like that, where with a Tesla, you get a car and there's, looking at this compared to all of the other cars, there's nothing too much to complain. And then another thing, when we had our BMW 7 Series, this was years ago now, we took it to service for, I don't remember now what exactly, but I had to replace a few parts. And we get the car back, and then there's this, a few days later, there's this weird noise, and it's annoying, and it's coming from somewhere near the engine. It's like, doesn't sound like it's anything bad, or, well, maybe it would be, and it's really annoying also. And then we take the car back, and then they inspect it, and then one of their own people said, well, it's literally one of our people forgot to properly tighten things up. So I personally, unless I really have to take the car for service, I don't want to do it. If it's like a little thing, I don't want them to make the car even worse. It's just a lot of hassle. So I would not want to buy a car personally where I know I will have little things to deal with like that. Also, where Tesla is really smart is look at lithium prices. They increased a lot very quickly. And generally, Tesla goes ahead and has these long contracts where they can keep the price relatively stable. And then others come and they can get that lithium at those old prices where Tesla, made a long contract. Now the competition has to pay even more because everyone is switching to EVs. It's probably not going to be enough to satisfy all of that demand, driving prices or keeping prices relatively high. Most competitors are not doing that, although BYD has taken a few steps to address that. But even with all of that, their profits are not looking that good. And it's not that BYD is unprofitable or that their profits are bad. It's that Tesla has such amazing profit margins. Tesla also earns about 8 times as much profit per vehicle as Toyota. So in relative terms, all of these automotive companies are not profitable when we look at per unit sold. And with Toyota's example, also, they make so many cars. So that is really bad that they make so little money per car. So imagine where Tesla is going to be when Tesla makes the number of cars that Toyota makes, 10 million per year, let's say. It's going to be really interesting to see. He's selling and selling and selling and selling. I mean, Warren Buffett understands there's probably a recession coming. And what happens during recessions? You have to probably lower prices of cars if you want to keep selling so many and you want to keep growing. So Tesla likely is going to perhaps need to lower prices again. Morgan Stanley thinks so. And Tesla has so much room to do this. And Warren Buffett looks at this and is like, oh, maybe Tesla is better. But you know who I'm really paying attention to when it comes to Tesla stock? Colin. Look, in the last 12 months, basically, his returns have been 52%. He's number 5 out of all of the Wall Street analysts. He's number 1 analyst who is covering Tesla stock. So we cannot go to number 1 Wall Street analyst because he doesn't cover Tesla stock, sadly. And since 2011, his returns outperform S&P 500 returns by 39.7%. What is he saying about Tesla stock? He is saying, buy Tesla stock. I like his returns. Looks good to me. That is for Tesla stock. Perhaps Warren Buffett is recognizing the gap between where Tesla is and where it should be. You look at the price targets from analysts, and according to Bloomberg, the median price target is $302, and that is 80% upside from roughly where we are right now. These opportunities don't come along very often, I don't think. And that is just one reason why I only own Tesla stock. Here are 47 more in this video. My name is Matt Postius. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you later. Thank you so much for watching.